Okay, let's be careful. Let's try to keep the volume down. And let's follow the rules. All right, so I just purchased this Factory 5 Cobra. Now, besides having the desirable 427 engine, this is no ordinary Cobra. Let me show you what I mean. This booklet here, these are all the receipts from the original build. Now, I would say about a third of those receipts are aftermarket performance parts that were done when the build was complete. Now, some of those aftermarket parts include custom forged crank, pistons, rods, but best of all, this has a custom cam and race heads. Now that you know what we're dealing with, let's get back in the car. With all those modifications, this car makes about 600 horsepower and almost 600 pound-feet of torque. And the best part is it only weighs about 2,300 pounds. Now, to put that into context, the new Hummer EV, the batteries alone weigh 3,000 pounds. That's more than this entire car. So even at this weight with about 200 or 300 horsepower, it's a very fast car. We have double that power. Now, I have driven a lot of cars, especially in the last year on this exact road. We're on Mulholland Drive, and I can tell you the sensation that you get in this car is unmatched by anything I've ever driven. I've driven some crazy cars, really fast cars, but what they don't give you is that raw experience of, the only thing I can compare it to is when you step out of this car, it feels exactly like stepping off of a roller coaster. You get that sense of calm as soon as you get out. You get that quietness, that you get your balance back, but you don't notice it when you're in the car. Your adrenaline is just through the roof the entire time. And the driving experience of this car is it's intimidating. Everything about it is intimidating, just starting with the steering wheel. I mean, this is the original steering wheel from a 1965 Mustang. It's this really thin spoke wood steering wheel that honestly you just don't feel like you're entirely in control of the car, especially when the rear end starts to give out. Oh my god. Now, other than being intimidating, another word to describe this car is it's intimate. So what I mean by that is my passenger, if they are equally as tall as I am, there's a good chance they're sitting on my lap. I mean, everything is really close. There's no real armrest. Besides, there's no cup holder, no ABS, no windows. I mean, there's a lot of things that are missing in this car. So in a way, this can't even be your second car. This has to be like your third or fourth car, because in an emergency, if your main car goes out, you can't really even rely on taking this out if it's cold out, if it's raining, if I mean, forget about snow. Now, this video is not going to be a full review of my Cobra. That is for a later video. This video is just to simply introduce you to my car and let you know that I was able to acquire one of my all-time dream cars. And I again will say, life is just too short to drive boring cars. If you are a car lover, an enthusiast, and you're lucky enough like I am to have found a car that brings you so much joy and just puts a permanent smile on your face every time you get behind the wheel, pull the trigger, do it. You're not going to regret it if you're like me. Now, as fun and as scary and crazy as the car is, I do have plans for an extremely unique and insane build on this car on top of everything that's already there. So I'll talk to a few shops. I'm getting some quotes on a few different projects, but if you want to see what's going to come, I guarantee you this is probably going to be the wildest Cobra possibly in the world. I mean, this is going to be a show car. So subscribe to the channel to not miss the details of that build. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.